We stayed at Mount Dare Hotel last night. We had a few too many, so no driving. Driving was not an option. This morning we're going to be in for a bit of a treat. We're going to have a cooked breakfast for us at the Mount Dare Hotel, at which point we'll head off to Dalhousie Springs and then we'll see what that's like. We plan to stay 2 nights, however if it's a bit crowded, the locals here told us about another place that has a nice waterhole, so hopefully that's heated water as well, and later today we'll determine what we are going to do. Mount Dare Hotel has been added to the collage of stickers at the bar. When you carry stuff in the bush, make sure they serve 2 purposes. The inner tube.
Oh my god, it's actually hot. Oh, oh. Oh my god, it's hot. Holy actually really warm. Check my things in my pocket.
You good?
Yeah. Holy that's warm. Oh my god.
Oh, that is so warm, eh? So here we are, Dalhousie Ruins, just over here. Now I love my derelict buildings, so this is time to get my wide angle lens out and have a bit of fun, get some cool photos. This place used to stock 5,000 head of cattle and 130 horses, and this is all that remains of the ruins. Judging by the arid environment surrounding this station and all the dust and heat of summer, it would not have been easy working out here. The stockyards, the fences, and all the infrastructure around the station were mostly built by the Aboriginal station workers, and a lot of it has stood the test of time. Out here, you are so far away from anything. This station had its own forge so they could make their own tools and their own workshops. If you needed a specific tool for a specific task, there was no just going down to the shop to go get one. You had to make it yourself. You had to make everything yourself out here. Bottle. Yeah, not sure where that's from. Comment below if you know this. We have found ourselves somewhere in between a convoy of 20 vehicles. Their speed varies quite a bit. We hit the corrugations at a speed we don't want to be driving. It's just we want to go that little bit faster, but we can't. We're finding ourselves catching up, so we'll just have to hang out in the dust a bit. We have no idea how many in front, how many are behind. We've been trying to communicate with them, but I think their convoy is spread over 10 kilometres or something. We overheard on the radio, so we'll just have to suck it up and stay in the middle. Let's do it.
Can I get those to Nurofen?
Oh yeah. Oh, this is on camera here. I'm legally not allowed to give anyone else Nurofen. So if you should take that without my permission. Oh yeah, don't take that. You got a headache, mate?
Yeah. I get this headache that starts in my eye and then creeps over the back of my head. And
you sure it's not me on the radio?
Pardon?
Sure it's not me on the radio giving you a headache?
No, that's the other side.
Actually, we'll just bring this up now. So this is what I carry in the car. Nurofen, electrolytes, Barocca, antihistamines, good for insect bites as well, hay fever. What are these called? Strepsils for your throat. Panadol, which is just paracetamol, and a bit more electrolytes. Sports version. Fisherman's Friends, which is great when you got sore throat. When you got sore throat in the bush, it's not fun. Just all the dust and all that crap. You want a Strepsil, mate? Alright, that's the local drugstore in my vehicle. Let's get going, eh?
So, what's the plan? Try and turn around now?
Yeah, I'll just do a 50 million point turn.
What did we decide? We're going to risk it or just go?
We'll risk it. He's got fuel, he said.
Okay.
We'll be fine.
You've got fuel. You watch him, he's going to go, oh, past us.
I don't like going back to places I've already been. I want to,
I know you don't.
Let's go that way.
Not just that, we're going to roll in where 20 people.
Yeah, we might be behind them again. I don't want to be stuck in between a convoy of 20 people.
I reckon this time of day they'll be camping there tonight.
Yeah, maybe. Alright, I'm turning around. The frustration of being stuck in between a 20 vehicle convoy with all various speeds took its toll on us, and we decided to turn off the main track and basically take all the backtracks, which was adding a bit of kilometres. However, we were about to find something we would not have found if this didn't happen. So, thank you very much to the 20 vehicle convoy that made us turn off. Literally in the middle of actually nowhere, and we're running low on fuel, so we took a calculated risk to head towards Mount Fink, or Fink, and we thought while we were thinking earlier that we could get fuel there, but apparently today fuel shuts at 12 noon, and right now it's 4 p.m. in the afternoon. So clearly we didn't do our research too well. So we kind of buggered that one up. So rather than camping near the community, we are going to camp somewhere off the side of this track here. We are out of the... Oh, cool.
I got the tunes.
You got the tunes? All rusty tunes?
Yeah.
We are outside the national park, so we can have fires again. And which is good because we are cooking with fire. Actually, we might not be now. Are we cooking with fire tonight?
Yeah.
We are?
And your deviled sausages?
Oh, no, I didn't.
Oh, in the fry pan. Alright, so we can finally have a fire again, and we're going to cook in a fry pan. Top job, Wayne. We'll have fire for warmth then. Alright, so let's continue on looking for a camp, shall we?
There's a water hole somewhere.
There's a water hole.
Is that Charlotte Waters?
I think
Do you want to grab those shocks while we're here, mate?
Yeah, you want the shocks, Wayne?
They're in better condition than yours.
playing violin.
I've used the exhaust down in that one. So this is what we found, and we wouldn't have found had we stuck to the main road. The back roads took us to the old Ghan railway. How cool is that? The old Ghan, eh?
That's pretty cool.
This is ghost town stuff, man.
There's the dam. We all set up our swags in one of each of the rooms.
You reckon it's brick or asbestos?
It's brick. Don't get cracks like that in asbestos. Oh, it looks like this area is used quite a bit because those cattle are actually in the yards, aren't they?
No, they're out of the yard. This is a steel water tank for the old Ghan rail, actually, for the old steam engines. And what is surprising is this is actually imported from England. Dorman, Long & Co, Middlesbrough, England. That is one thick tank.
What is that?
Woo. Oh, it's a big rust bucket.
Any water in there?
Top.
The steel is like 25 mil thick.
25 mil thick.
S&M's.
Wow.
No water though.
At Minga Springs siding, the old steam engines would have pulled up here and got refueled with water from this water tank. The water they used was bore water, so from the ground. So they had to put it through these boilers to soften it up, to take all the minerals out, otherwise they would get mass scaling on the inside of the steam engine tanks. Judging by all the debris lying around, there would have been a big workshop here, perhaps to help maintain and fix the steam engines. camp is set up. Another daytime camp. That's kind of an accidental daytime camp because I didn't really check when the fuel station was open or closed. But nonetheless, it's another daytime camp on the list. So on this trip, we all carry spare parts, and Wayne's going to show us what he carries. What do you carry, Wayne?
Well, on this trip I've actually got a spare CV,
Constant velocity joint.
which will be a bit
Show
of a
us.
mission to change, but you know,
Yeah,
when you break down, you've got all the time in the world.
apparently.
Just finish it there.
Yeah, it's probably the Toyota one too, eh?
Yeah.
The expensive one.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
We have a freewheeling hub because these do go, and this is what gives you your forward drive. But if you've got a diff lock, you can probably get away with it. But
Yeah, you mean if you're out in free-wheel drive.
yeah, so that's pretty much the whole thing there.
Yep.
Turn that, and then it's yeah.
And your bearings, I see.
Yeah, got bearings because
We've all got bearings.
bearings there. I think Torben's got the grease.
You got front and rear. I got grease as well.
I've got a front. I think that's the rear. And in this box here, just got
Various stuff.
fuses and nuts and bolts. Lots of cable ties.
Yes, I'm familiar with the cable ties, Wayne.
I actually doubled up for this trip.
In case
Yeah.
the prank started again.
I think. Oh, what's this one?
It's one of your wheel bearings that's escaped.
Yeah. These roads are pretty hairy.
So we got a busted spare wheel bearing.
Oh, there it is. There's a bucket.
Alright. So that's all we got?
Yeah, and my other front bearings in that box there. So.
Okay.
We should have plenty.
I got spare hoses, spare fan belts, spare wheel nuts, spare wheel studs. Torben is carrying a spare half shaft, which is the short shaft, the drive shaft on the rear of these. That one right there.
Coolant.
Coolant.
This is the genuine coolant, so it's all pre-mixed. Just chuck it straight in.
That's just a top up one.
So.
Righto.
Because I did bleed mine a little while ago, so I had
Just
to.
been topping it up.
Yeah.
So James is completely set up here. Bunker, chair, director chair. He has been directing us. And a table. Here's a fire. It's made with railway sleepers. We actually moved it from over there, except for the change that we did. We put a bit of corrugated iron underneath it, so we can then bury the ashes tomorrow.
Tonight we are having deviled sausages. There'll be a few extra ingredients that will be going in there to spice it up. I think we'll have some rice or mash. Sorry, bud.
What do you want on your pizza?
There it is. Deviled sausages.
We got pizza, man. That's horrible.
Are you flying in with a chopper?
Yeah.
Pepperoni, please.
Pepperoni?
Pepperoni.
Alright, what do
Yeah.
you want?
No anchovies.
Ooh, meat lovers.
Meat lovers? Okay. Hang on. I gotta check when the Uber.
Uber Eats.
You'll be here in 2 weeks.
We'll starve in 2 weeks.
We're having deviled sausages tonight. There'll be a few extra ingredients going in there, spice wise. And we might have mash or rice.
Wayne, how can people reach you?
Reach me.
Hashtag Wendy12.
Hey.
Oh, Wayne DV12.
That's it.
Obviously on Instagram.
That's the way. And I will try and reply to all the messages.
This is the first gate we've opened so far. We've just crossed into the Northern Territory. Because I'm such a nice guy, Ronnie's coming through here first. I don't know what the boys are doing though. They're over there doing something.
A bit of a squeak on the back wheel. I think a bit of dirt in the brakes. Just the brakes, a bit squeaky, all the dust. So we're now 35 k's out, I think, and we'll get some diesel. They should have heaps because I think races are on next week, so it should be loaded up, fully stocked. It does recommend to ring them beforehand, but we're confident they have fuel anyway. So off we go. Alright peeps, we're doing a slight detour. I don't know how I didn't see this before, but we're actually passing by the Geographical Centre of Australia. Lambert's Centre.
Oh yeah? That sounds right, eh?
It will add 26 kilometres because it's 13 k's off this road, but I don't think we have a choice. That is a must go to. Welcome to the Geographical Centre of Australia, Lambert Centre. And it's named in the honour of Dr. Bruce Philip Lambert. So this is the legit centre of Australia. I'm not sure how to actually measure it. I reckon they might draw a square in the country and then, I don't know. It's the centre anyway. So if this is the centre of Australia and I'm looking in the northerly direction, Uluru being to the left, that will make it the heart of Australia, right? So let's go to the heart of Australia. So, I just rang the permit office, or what office did I ring? You gave me the number.
It was I'll check it.
We got internet but no phone reception. We are stealing the Wi-Fi with aliases. I logged in as G-Bags.
It was Nangatara.
Nangatara.
Nangatara permits.
Nangatara permits in the Northern Territory. So so if you want a permit for the Great Central Road, you can get one easy. We got one instantly, basically. She's emailing one now. So that's for a 3-day travel. If you're gonna be more than 4 days or more on the Great Central Road, it could take up to 7 days to get your permit approved. So we're pretty lucky there. Yeah, so be more organised, I guess. But if you're just travelling through, we can do it in 2 days. Probably a day and a half the way we go, but we'll do it in 2 days to take it easy. And we got a day spare. So then we can gauge if you want to stay at Curtin Springs for an extra day, which is outside the national park, which means we can more than likely have a fire to cook our pork roast. Tonight will be Kransky night though, not pork roast night tonight. Oh, thanks mate.
I won't need pork roast tonight.
Yeah, so Curtin Springs is tonight. Then the big heart of Australia is the day after. So right now we're at Calgera Roadhouse or Hotel. We're going to head up the Stewart Highway, then take Lassiter Highway, past Curtin Springs, and then all the way to Uluru, the red centre of Australia, the heart of Australia. Followed by the Great Central Road, which will take us back towards Perth, home soil.
No! It's in the hole!
We are 264 kilometers from Uluru. Sun's going down. We're going to go back to what we normally do, and that is get the camp in the dark. The boys are at the truck stop, probably buying some hot chips. I could go some actually. Behind me is a sign, all the roads are open, so it is off to Uluru. Actually, before Uluru, we're off to Curtin Springs. However, Curtin Springs turned out to be a bit too busy for us. Too many people, too busy, so we headed bushway instead. Right, welcome to the NT, Northern Territory, Australia. We just came from, I believe it was South Australia this morning, from our spontaneous camp near the old Ghan rail line. And we are now spontaneously camping again on our way to Uluru. We didn't want to drive all the way there tonight because then we miss out on all the mountain ranges and stuff around we could see on the map. It's just pitch black as usual, right? What are we having tonight?
We're having chicken vindaloo by Curry Masters. Give it a go.
That's another one of those packet jobs. What does it say we need?
Lamb.
We're putting chicken in instead.
Putting chicken.
That's alright.
Yeah, I got some peas and rice and a few other ingredients will go in there.
And we're throwing in just packet rice.
Yeah, quick and
We
easy.
tried all the different brands. I actually like this one best because it's got flavour to it.
Yeah, with those you can just chuck it straight in. They're pretty cooked anyway.
Yeah, just chuck it in with a sauce, mix it up. Yeah. Release the coals. There you go, try that out. That's the way.
Now we're cooking with gas.
One cup of water, Wayne.
Yep. Shuffle in. Oh, that smells good.
That's a lot of peas. Oh, how many peas you want to put in?
Yeah.
We're having peas with a bit of vindaloo and some chicken. $10 wok. Just make sure it's spun steel, and make sure you keep oiling it so it doesn't go rusty. I think that'll be ready soon. That's cool, man. It's like a honeycomb on the sides there. So here we are at Uluru, right behind us here. This rock here is 9.4 kilometers in circumference. It is massive. The height of it is 348 meters and it is 863 meters above sea level. So what we're doing here is we're going for a bit of a walk around the rock and bit later on, when the sun goes further down, we're going to have a good sunset view of the whole rock. So that is the main thing we are all looking forward to. Beautiful clouds. I reckon we'll get a really good sunset today. It is said to get up to 47 degrees Celsius during summer, so you probably want to get here during winter. Now, there are no campsites around here. You have to camp outside the grounds of this whole area here. So it's very protected and very controlled for a good reason. In winter time around here, it can get to -7 degrees. So that's quite an extreme difference in temperature. This is the first time any of us have visited Uluru, and you don't realise how big Uluru is until you stand up right next to it. It is huge, and it does truly feel like you are in the centre of Australia, the red centre. Out of respect to the traditional owners of the land, we didn't want to film any of the sacred areas. Those you'll have to go to Uluru and experience yourself. It is truly an amazing place, and we spent most of the day walking amongst Uluru and soaking it all up.
What is this? What's going on here? What is?
I'll get up, mate.
What are you doing up there, mate?
Oh, mate, just taking it all in, eh?
Taking it all in. Let's have a look.
This is so cool.
And there's goodbye to Uluru, and also Northern Territory in about 200 k's or 220. We might be crossing the border tonight, or we'll camp just inside the Northern Territory for the very last time for now. Well, it's been 2 days of driving since Uluru. We're now back in Western Australia. Well, we actually crossed into WA last night, found a pretty spectacular campground. Well, we woke up to a good view. We're now on our way to what will be the final camp of this particular series. And we're going to go through and talk about how much fuel we use, go through my thoughts on the trailer, what's broken on the trailer, what was good, what was bad, what's broken on the vehicle, what we might change in mods. Probably one of my favourite mods. We'll cover all these things when we get to camp. I think we're going to have roast pork tonight too. Surprise, surprise, roast pork. Apart from that, it hasn't rained during the whole trip. It's been dry, it's been cold. And now we're back in WA and it's raining, which is really weird. Anyway, see you at camp. This is the official end of the series, but there is a bonus video coming up where we discuss our favourite mods on each other's vehicles, how much fuel we've used, and a few other silly things and some other informative things. So stay tuned for that video, coming soon. A special thanks to all my patrons on Patreon. Without you guys and without your support, these series would not be possible. So thank you very much. If you haven't subscribed yet, go on and hit that subscribe button. It'll keep you updated with videos to come. Thanks again for watching, guys. See you next time.